Hi there, this is Mark McRae, and I think if you're thinking of being a consultant, you should stop. And let me explain why. I am a consultant, and I consult and I mentor and I work with people to grow their businesses. But the majority by far of the money that I make comes from actually owning businesses. And I think a lot of business people have a kind of romantic dream of what it would be like not to have that stress and pressure of running a business and just help other people run their business. But the reality is it doesn't suit everybody, so I'm quite selective about who I work with, and I only allocate so much bandwidth and time to work with people so that I can focus on running the businesses that I have. But for those of you who are thinking of getting into that field, I don't think if it's a money thing, it's very unlikely you're ever going to make as much as you would if you had a successful business. So give that some consideration. And if you're running your business properly, then you're going to have more free time. Because another kind of delusion that people have when they're a consultant is that they will get to schedule the time that they work. They will have more free time. They can spend it with the family and leisure time. And most of the consultants I know are even busier than most businessmen. So it's kind of an illusion of the idea that you can get paid a lot of money for working with companies. And I know people are always going to quote me the one or two exceptions to the rule. But generally, I would and do prefer to own businesses than to consult. And I also think it keeps you sharp. So there's nothing wrong with, being a consultant. I'm not knocking that profession. I'm just saying that if you haven't entered that field already, you might find it's not as rewarding and much harder than you think, because just about everybody wants to be a consultant these days. So give that some thought if that's the direction that you're going to go in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for listening.